get everything you want. There's always going to be something they pull back through. Now, this is interesting, right? So Crims has all information towards Palace, and they don't see anything towards T-Spawn. You start getting the feel for B. Olafmeister's spotting it, and Flusher's kind of playing around the back. He's that kind of quick person in between. Now, Flusher going to put himself, I guess, at the back of the the boost to be able to spot that. That actually might be the plan coming in from Space degree if they actually commit towards this one.
This is a sick call, though. I mean, they're really trying to be a step ahead of fnatic. Molotov towards Connector to slow down some aggression, and this is a little bit more passive from Space Soldiers. We're not seeing them swing wide on mid, we're not seeing them swing out of Palace or anything like that. This is much like their pistol round set up far back, see if there's going to be any pushes, see if they can get any information early on.
Yeah, I'm all about that nice 1-3-1, right? You hold the extremities, you let them sweat it out, go through it, nice little mid-take late in the game, why not? Not too bad at all, you keep the utility, go for it. Again, though, they can go for whatever they want here, Space Soldiers. They love a creative plan. I'm starting to enjoy it as well. We just need those rounds on the board. As creative as it may be, it may look quite nice, but you've got to make it stick against fnatic. That's a hard point. 5-1 being the scoreline, of course. Not looking so good for these guys, but a slow play background towards A here. Sandra's keeping tabs towards Palace, and here we go.
The tough part for Space Soldiers is they're not doing a great job of exerting any pressure anywhere else on the map. So, I mean, just going back towards A and executing, this is a very old school meta that fnatic's going to be well versed in. Normally when we see the team come slow back towards A, there's at least some presence in mid to get someone in wind room, someone in connector to help split this bomb site. But either way, it's just going to be full on. Crims is in the bomb site.
Yeah, Crims is pretty deadly in these situations. JW playing by Tribox as well, has all the time in the world. There's no split through mid anytime soon. Calyx finally takes down Dennis, so that pressure starts to mount. But Crims still keeps it all together. Look at that play! Doesn't even break a sweat at this point. Calyx now, left in the 1v4, no time to split through middle. It was just disjointed. If maybe he'd got there faster, if he'd been able to pressure through connector, those two players on A might not have had the time of their lives.
Yeah, you're not going to win many of these if you're Space Soldiers just executing into this A bomb site and hoping for it as well, because Crims, he's not Molotov'd out, he's not flashbang, there's no pressure on him whatsoever, and his playstyle, his iconic playstyle of that more passive, it's just so awkward to play against. Great mobility, great job using cover, isolating 1v1s. You need to apply more pressure on him. That needs to be a little bit more suffocating. Space Soldiers there, not even getting close to the bomb site.
Yeah, pretty quite frustrating for Space Soldiers. I'm curious when the timeout comes in for them. If they feel they need it, if it's just not going their way, I don't know what you can adjust. Tactically, they still have a nice approach, but it's just not landing at all. They're not pressuring fnatic in the right ways here. And again, their money's been pretty poor.
I mean, you nailed it. Call a timeout. You have so many to work with, and the big thing that you don't want fnatic is just to get rolling, is just to catch that momentum and just move forward feeling very, very comfortable as individual players. So whatever it takes, waste a timeout early. You've got plenty to work with going forward. A lot of damage dealt early on in this round as well.
Already spotted out though, just the teammates do full. Connection. Has to really come alive, and that's a good follow-up. It's a 2v3, but Engine so low on HP, only has a deagle. His job is to get that bomb and do something with it. Make this possible. There's still two players by that B side. Like, Flush is going to cut off the bomb, which is even more of a problem. Calyx can try and make space here. He's going to try and create an opportunity, but timing is going to be a big factor here. Oh, the knife's out. Flush is going to hear it. He loves this. Peek up, boo. See you later. Calyx, how much more can you do here? It's just, you've got to go big. This is stuff that you're going to have to remember here, Calyx. I don't know if you're going to be able to get through this one.
Yeah, and he doesn't have time to wait for the smoke to disappear. If he wants a chance to win, he's got to go through and get the bomb, and Flush is just waiting. Great round from Flusha. Pretty aggressive. Okay. He burns. Everything was looking good up until that point, but Calyx with a brilliant round. I mean, these are kills again. We saw a couple from Taz, and you saw the rebuy of that AWP was pretty costly. Now Flusha doesn't get to keep it, so another rebuy of the AWP. You're actually seeing a world where the economy is pretty low on the fnatic side. If Space Soldiers can find just any success, they've done a good job of keeping it low, grinding it, but that's all for naught if they can't just win a round, if they can't get one over.
Yeah, absolutely. Ollie goes in. Smoke comes out. Major makes a play. Yet to get a kill either, Major. Having a bit of a rough start here. Not quite feeling it yet. Ooh, beautiful.
Oh, no.
Yet to get a kill, and Flusha does that. Completely blind. Just feels that timing, and Major's there like, what can I do? What more can I do? Engine trying to keep the odds favourable towards the Space Soldiers, but still, fnatic is starting to feel confident. They're taking these fights that you're just not... happy with. And now left in a 2v3. The problem is with fnatic, if they start feeling out the game, if they start feeling confident, you get those individuals coming to play where they just take these crazy odds that shouldn't be favourable to them, and they still win it.
I mean, the flusher thing is just bad luck, right? If you're major, you're just feeling like it's not your game, but still, fnatic, this is still a pretty tricky position, especially considering Space Soldiers. They've got the bomb down, they've got plenty of time to get into post-plant positions, and that AWP can grab some awkward angles, so JW's got a lot of pressure on him. He can't be the first one to make a move. He's got to rely on his teammates that are on the flank, but it's all up to Engine's AWP. In position on the van. Where's he going to find his first kill? JW's starting to make the move, and everyone's just getting so close to the peak, but he misses the shot. There's going to be the peak from the AK, but JW spin. He gets the reaction, and Engine, the flames are going to force him out into the open. He finds one, but there's not much more left, and it's already being diffused. Actually, he's going to wrap around. That smoke's going to help him. He gets the kill, and JW responds, but he can't do it. Oh no, that smoke that was dropped by fnatic actually ruins their efforts.
Maybe time to just chill out a bit for fnatic here. Like, it's starting to look like fnatic are playing deathmatch. Like, this is so disgraceful. Wait for the flash, perfect, doesn't matter. Major is having one of those games, right? And there's no other way to look at it. You just sit there going, can't really do much about that, can I? That was lovely. But fnatic's money has been broken. You were saying it just last round. It was always been made.
A bit of that fnatic style of where they maybe got a little bit over-eager in some of those rounds, losing JW's AWP once. Calyx gets the 4 kill on that other force buy, or half buy. So this is a chance. If Space Soldiers can win this one, they can actually bring this up towards 4 or 5 rounds in a decent timing in this half. Make this respectable going forward. It is early, isn't it?
It is. Well, it's a little tricky. I only have to get one more coffee. And
I'll have some water.
However, the hit's finally coming through, and actually it's going to be Krems. Let's see if he is the new clan AWPer. He hits one. I'm not going to doubt it just yet. Dennis even has the crossover, the plays in the right place, and this is where it becomes a problem. Dennis almost got away with 2 there. Finally, the fight back comes in from the Space Soldiers. They have 3 players alive, yet no bomb towards site. Flusher can sneak his way out. He can snake his way towards the site. First smoke to be put down to allow the cross to come in. Flusher takes a fight. He has a look, and that's easy. You know what it can do in his hands. As JW tries to make it all happen himself, and oh my word, this is just 1 by 1. Space Soldiers being picked apart, and now I am a little worried here. Engine in a 1v2. This is just not what you want to be seeing, is it?
Yeah, unfortunate. Flush is able to get in that position. No real aggression for Space Soldiers on that bomb site to clear it out, to keep the plant safe. Everyone's in position. The flank comes in as well, and yeah, now Major's going to call a pause. That's heartbreaking. That was a round. If Space Soldiers wins that, they give themselves a really, really good standing in this match, forcing the eco out of fnatic in the next round. But yeah, Krims did just enough with that AP. That 1 kill, and then those CZs get in a position. Dennis was great with the M4, so tough to overcome fnatic.
The thing is, if you're not winning out the individual fights, as much as sometimes players will, I guess, chalk situations up to going not their way due to just 1v1 losses, but there's a lot more factors behind it, right? There's a lot of situations where players will do this. They'll be like, if we won that 1v1, I'd have won the round, right? But that may not always be the case. It may be a lot more than that. This is another situation. This was the smoke that allowed him to make this play. Great job from him to hit that shot anyway, but still, 1 of the 2 rounds have gone on the board. The problem is that a lot of the times right now, fnatic are just winning out on the 1v1s quite cleanly as well. Even Dennis be able to stop that short pinch coming in on towards B, even doing damage on the second player. It's kind of hard to deny fnatic when they're like this.
I mean, they're also just taking advantage of like small mistakes, like Space Soldiers. When you have 3 people at the site, but you haven't been aggressive enough to clear out that pillar where Flusher was, like that's a kill that needs to go your way. Normally, you'd want the guy on catwalk paths to swing a little bit wider and do it, but he was low on HP, didn't want to take the fight. So those kinds of things are what's allowing fnatic to stay in this game. And here's on the other side of the smoke. That's going to be a couple kills. No, he falls back. The UMP does lots of damage there. Oh god.
Sanctress hoping, praying for that final shot to come through. You're just dodging bullets, aren't you? But it is a slaughterhouse over in ramp. Ah, finally, there it is. Krims goes down. It looked like a spin bot gone wrong then. It was just like a centimeter.
The slowest spin bot in the century in the world.
Look, they're expensive, alright? Things are tough right now.
It's those budget spin bots.
But let's put this into context now. We're at 9-2. As said, credit to Space Soldiers for getting here, and I love a good storyline, I love a good underdog, and they can be proud for what they achieved throughout this tournament to get to this point. But again, you still need to push yourself further, but this is the best place to gain this experience. You know, fnatic, they'll make it hurt. They're not going to go easy on you. This is their chance to stay alive in the tournament. So of course, it's 100% for these boys. There's no one going to pull punches. So again, you've got to face the facts. You know, Space Soldiers are still a little new to this level on this sort of event and this sort of arena platform, whereas fnatic, they've been on that final stage. They've been here, they've done it, and now they want to do it again.
Yeah, especially considering all the hardship that fnatic's gone through. I mean, plenty of the players are starting to talk about now, you know, it's been a year since we won a trophy. It's starting to wear on us. We're starting to get very frustrated with that fact. So definitely not going to take any of these matches lightly. And you see it at times, you know, the delayed mid-aggression from the CT side, the flashbangs over. I mean, here again, flusha just going to go find the information himself. Knows its blocks. Commit to that swing wide. Can't get the kill, though. It's actually a P250 on Xantares that gets the kill.
G-Girl P250. Alex has got one as well, so maybe they can get some guns away. We know the fnatic are playing this quite, you know, overzealous style, where they'll chase things down, where they'll actively look for stuff, so it does open up opportunity. But again, it's not just about keeping it costly for fnatic as much as it is a great addition to a T-side. You still need more rounds of 4 than 2 at this point, especially when you've come to this map. It's a good playground for you. It's one of your good maps. You need to start making some help.
Well, they're going to split the B bomb site. This is going to be running the gauntlet. 3 up catwalk. Dennis, though, he gets aggressive, but he gets overwhelmed. Olaf's Molotov is going to force them back, so now he can push up towards catwalk and cover up connector.
They've fallen off this, but then with no step towards A, you've got 20 seconds, you're just running it, you're hoping, you're praying, and that's not good enough. That's a big risk, and there's still Crims waiting on the other side. You had a step in the right direction, maybe overthought it a little, maybe hoping that something would come of it, but now the bomb's down in connector, and, well, there's 6 seconds. Crims just needs to stay alive. That's the big thing now. Flash to the right, look to the left. Paz tries to make it happen, but no. Crims will not be moved. That's the experience. That's the calm nature he can bring.
So close, though. He gets dinked at the end as well with 1 second remaining. That's a great kill, the winning kill of the round. But again, I mean, good call from Space Soldiers. It was risky, obviously, and no matter where they went, they had no utility, so they were going to have a long-range fight against the M4s with just pistols pretty much anywhere on the map. But the great thing is, I mean, to call that with 20 seconds left, it's a little bit ballsy, but you could see the potential. You could see it possibly working, and almost does in the end of things. But now they finally got the AKs back in hand. 4 players set up over towards the B half of the map, 3 of them setting up for mid-control. Looks like Engine, perhaps with the Tech 9, going to lead the way. Bomb still in T-spawn, though, so someone's going to have to go back and get that. Almost like the idea for this round is a split towards the A-bomb site.
We've seen it before as well. Wouldn't be too surprised. A little bit of team damage, not ideal, but it's fine. You've got some mid-control now, right? You've got everything smoked out. Where do you want to go? You've got Connector now becoming available. Don't have a smoke towards short, and that window one's going to deplete soon. You still have more to put into play. There it goes. One more towards window. But still, you've got to break in towards one of these sites.
That's actually a fnatic smoke on catwalk, so I mean that might make him feel a little bit nervous that Dennis is going to try and make a play around it. Secondary smokes coming up just to really, really secure their position. It's just Paz and Major, though, here in mid, and they're not working together. This could be sketchy. You'd love a pop flash. It's not going to happen. Dennis is going to win that battle. Major didn't have any of it. So now all that's left is this 3-man hit towards A, and Crims is here, and he's been a monster.
I don't mind this, though. Major can apply pressure. He can deny flusha, get into position. Now, there you go. Good trades. But Major is going to try and deny the hit coming in through middle, but it's still flusha here. Flusha's got a good shout at this as well from CT. 3 players standing for fnatic. Bomb yet to go down as well for the Space Soldiers. They need some sort of safety here, and there's none to be found. fnatic tear it away, kill by kill, and Engine. I don't know if you can go this far. There it is. JW to shut out the round, and fnatic again. Keep things strong, keep it looking good.
Yeah, they're playing very, very well. A lot of those kills, I mean, just coming staggered. That first peek on catwalk needs to be with a pop flash. Needs to at least be with a teammate to trade Dennis. That's if you're going to try and establish map control that deep onto catwalk, going into the ladder room, you need to be able to trade that kill, because once that player falls, once Paz falls, that's just too strong of a position for the CT side. And now it's desperation for Space Soldiers. No more saving. You can see 3 Tech 9s, 2 UMPs, anything they can, and this time they're just throwing the concept of map control out the window. No default spread. This is going to be a full-blown execute towards the A-bomb site. fnatic has handled this so well in the past.
But it is only Crims here. If they do this now, smokes will come in. You'll see flusha and JW respond accordingly, either through connector or maybe going on a deep flank. JW's there first. It's the ramp play coming in now. Deeper smokes. We saw it before with the Tech 9s. They put them further down. They allow this play to happen, and then they go for the pressure. But Crims is still alive here on the site, waiting in that little ninja corner, waiting to see if that bomb goes down. He sprays in. Engine centimeters away from death, but he survives. Bomb's finally planted. They have a chance in this one. But look, only 2 players. They need to win somewhere on this map. They need something to go right for them. And there it is. Major finally getting into the game. 2 kills on the board, bringing it back to a possible situation. The last 3 players playing retake in through that jungle, through stairs. But JW hits a JW shot, and there it goes. Dennis to confirm the last. The defuse will come in. And no matter how close it may feel the Space Soldiers get, fnatic are just one step ahead.
They had some of the battles that they wanted, they just lost them. You think Xanter's peeking, Crims is half blind. You have him out in the open, he can't go anywhere. You know exactly where he is, you lose that fight. JW rotates back so quickly, and we know he's not going to be deterred by smokes, especially up, 11-2 against the Space Soldiers team. He's going to be getting aggressive. And just not the arsenal to take some of those fights. They had to get aggressive once again because they have the Tech 9s, the UMPs, but that plant, at least in the losing bonus, going to help them have a full buy for this last round. But a pretty brutal switch up in the fnatic defense, a double op setup. Crims has the other. Apparently he is an opper.
I want this to be aggressive. I said I want it to be aggressive. JW's still there, but that kind of like old school Astralis hit up Cat when Dupree would just fly up there, Karrigan would join him. I'd love that quick pressure, but it's very hard to get yourself in. Paz is just smothered in smokes. Last time Dennis was in towards ladder room, so he has to be so cautious of every angle. Dennis, even on the minute, tiniest switch-ups, makes it very hard. So Paz has to check this. This time there is a flash towards middle. And there you go, Paz will get the angle on this one, but Crims and Flush are already shutting it down. And Dennis tries to play back in. This time Paz gets the better of him, but instantly fnatic says no, and this half is looking so condemning.
It was much better set up that time, obviously, with the pop flash. Unfortunately, no one there. That time Dennis changes his position. And the smoke expires in connector at the wrong moment. Just hanging out a little bit too long in mid, and then fnatic gets that aggression going on, and they shut it down. So brilliant half, obviously, from fnatic. Space Soldiers could never really get anything going.
Rather brutal, to say the least. Welcome to the big leagues, boys. 13-2 on the half. fnatic looking almost flawless. But guys, we're going to go to a short break while they get themselves prepared for that second half, where Space Soldiers, it all comes down to this. We'll find out how they fare after the break.
www.graminphone.com/shop জাস্ট চুজ করে অর্ডার দিন, বাড়িতে বসে ডেলিভারি নিন।
(13-2), fnatic showing no mercy. With tournament life on the line, you can't be holding back what you're bringing to this matchup. Space Soldiers not allowed an inch in this game.
Listen, JW seemed a little bit insulted that Xantares was using cheap flights. He specifically said, you know, I can't be losing anyone using that website. So, don't know what website he prefers for his travel.
We'll find out, I can imagine, in the interview afterwards. Maybe Stunning can get
Dear
on that one.
Priceline or Expedia, this is a great shout for the plug. Please hit me up if you'd like to sponsor my cast.
Speaking of plugs as well, I'm sure that we can have a little look at the odds coming in soon about how this matchup's going to unfold, because I can imagine the odds are not looking so good for Space Soldiers. Neither of the rounds they have, so this one's an important one. This one could get them, maybe, with a respectable scoreline. I wouldn't dare say a win just yet, but at least when you look back... back on HLTV, go, alright, well, it wasn't complete trash, but you never know. Fnatic can still just turn it on. And, well, they're going to allow a lot of play here for Space Soldiers. Good play up mid there, going from Xantares.
Yeah, all of that aggression.
That's right. Bring it back. But it's Crims left in a 1v4. There we go. That was a good bomb.
Crims is at 21 and 6. He had a great first half. We saw it stat 150 ADR. He was a beast in that A-bomb site. This might just be a little bit too much, and yeah, the reload could spell the end. It is.
I'm just hoping it lands. There's a world that I can see where Crim somehow just weasels his way through that entire situation, just doing disgusting things. But there we go. It's a start.
Yeah, I mean, this is the tough part, though, right? Now you have to survive this round from Fnatic. Tech-9s are out, some utility being bought up as well.
Yeah.
It'll be rough if Space Soldiers can't win this one. But yeah, at least that pissed around. I mean, listen, let's not start calling it a comeback just yet, but it gives them at least the ability to show some things. To see what they've got on the CT side. Obviously, one of the big things with Space Soldiers coming in is just we don't get to see them often, so we will obviously want to take a look at what they've been working on for as long as possible.
100%. As much as this is pretty brutal and you're just kind of waiting for Fnatic to win in a way when you're sat on this sort of scoreline, you do want to see more from Space Soldiers. This team, you know, getting digged down, you're getting overrun. It is just... it's too early to put this on TV, Jason.
Yeah, you love to see it, don't you? Just the train of Tech-9s, pre-firing every angle. You have to imagine Space Soldiers have never faced anything like it. Getting up before they're even prepared, and yeah, it's a wipeout. This is going to be over. Even jumping into the flames, JW doesn't care. 14-3, Fnatic. Starting with the run boost atop of mid and holding W all the way to the bomb site. Smiles on the faces. Everyone's laughing. Everyone's having a good time.
Oh. I haven't even had breakfast yet. You can't do that, Fnatic. Be kind, be gentle. They're not.
Yeah, no, they're definitely
They're not. This is the thing, though, as well, as said, this is for survival in the tournament. Both these teams have had quite the rough route, to say the least. So for Fnatic, you've had your moments of being able to show some brilliance in, and of course you want to pull yourself through it. It doesn't matter what you have to do it. So Space Soldiers now suffer, of course. On the CT side, you win one, you lose one, you feel pretty bad about it, and so does the economy. Down to CZ's 5... there's nothing nice here. 5-7s. It's... I don't know. I don't know how much more to say about this one. It's
a whole lot of hope it feels for Space Soldiers to be able to hold this one back just with these Deagles. You're going to have some phenomenal shots. Not a lot of utility. Fnatic's going to be able to pretty much bully wherever they want to go. And Crims, I thought...
into the street. W's going to push right through it. Look at that. So aggressive, so assertive.
Beats the timing of the smoke as well. That's quite nice.
And he's just going to keep going. He knows he's ahead of the timing by just a touch. It may not be set up perfectly. He wants to get the site, see as much as he can. One's on site, quick call out. Maybe his teammate behind him can deal with that. Yes, going to instantly push towards Kitchen. Now this becomes an issue. That deal could have caused problems, but he's so confident. You can see it. It's pouring out of him.
Yeah, and Flusha doesn't even have to face here. He can just buy time. Calyx has two options. He goes the flank, which will be heard the entire way, or he comes catwalk, and Flusha knows that's where he's coming. The Molotov is going to stop it cold, and yeah, this is not hopeful. Calyx, he doesn't even have a kit. Nothing to use here, but he's got to go for it at 14-3. Hope and a prayer. Flusha at rack at the very least, but he's got to find JW, and Flusha's just baiting him in.
Oh, look at it. He's just so tunnel vision, and JW's had a round there where he just goes into kind of man mode, right? You just kind of plow through it all. There's nothing stopping you. And, well, we're at 15-3, Jason. This has been a very quick start to the day.
It has been. It has been quite a quick start.
And as much as Space Soldiers were, you know, winning hearts and minds, that first victory, we started to believe in them.
That was stunning, wasn't it?
You know what?
Everyone's
Maybe
getting on the
guys,
train.
Yeah, it was like Xantares, finally we get to see this guy against the, you know, the top, you know, the creme de la creme of the scene. And then Fnatic just turn up with those smiles, those...
Fnatic's been crushing those dreams for years now, haven't
That's
they?
the best thing, isn't it? It's like you're not the first people who've done this to. Don't you worry. There's other people in the support group you can go have a nice chat with afterwards. Hi, my name's Space Soldiers, and I too have been completely crushed by Fnatic. And it looks like we're going to be seeing it again. 2 players remain for Space Soldiers. Fnatic secure themselves surely further into this tournament now. And it's just down to Engine, running a little low, just running off fumes at this point.
Yeah, this was, it almost feels like it was always going to be this way. I mean, the tough part for Space Soldiers, they had some kind of cool mid-round calls.
Yep.
I thought some of the tactics they brought out on the T side, a little archaic, it seemed, just straight up A executes. And I mean, those can work, obviously, but too many players from Fnatic were allowed to be comfortable in how they like to play. JW had his way with the aggressive plays. Crims was never really fully pressured inside that A bomb site. He was so impactful. And from there, you're not really going to... Dennis on that Tech 9 buy with the pistols. Too many players from Fnatic, way too comfortable.
Yeah, you let Fnatic have that sort of performance, you get them on that sort of feeling, it's very hard to hinder them.
Yep.
But it's a shame for Space Soldiers. They did at least turn some heads during this tournament. A great debut into it, but you knew to a degree it was a matter of time before someone like Fnatic was going to shut you down. But for Fnatic, it's a long road to recovery. There's still a lot more teams ahead of them if they want to make it all the way through towards the finals and get themselves into a good position. A good start though here for them might get them back feeling how they want to feel, get themselves feeling that confidence again. We'll find out if it stays with them throughout the rest of the tournament. We'll be back with the announcers desk after the break.